And welcome back to Man of Greatness. I'm your host, Reginald J. Dillard. This is episode 96, Brand Awareness. Now, my next guest is a man of many traits. He is an award-winning producer, director, public speaker, graphic designer, and more and more. And this dude is bad, man. He's doing the big things in here in ATL. So let's welcome to the show, Forrest Tuff. Forrest, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Hey, what's going on, Reginald, man? Good to be here.
Hey man, I thought I was talking to Denzel Washington or something. When I pulled
Hey, I
up
wish.
with your site, I'm like, this dude, what the world is this guy directing movies? He's like he Tyler Perry Jr. or something, man. What's going on?
Hey, man, we're trying to stay busy, trying to make something happen out here. You know how it is, being in the ATL, you got to keep it moving.
That's right, bro.
Yeah.
Hey man, that's what's up, man. You where did you get started? Was public speaking your thing when you first got into what you're doing now?
Now, actually, I was more behind the camera person, and I really wasn't into being in front of the camera. But as my business grew, company grew, more people wanted me to come out to events and speak about, company and building your business. So that's how public speaking came about. So that was much later, really like in the past 4 years, I really got into public speaking and it just kind of took off.
Oh wow. And you did the Toastmasters.
Yeah. That's how I got started. So when I realized, I needed a platform, I went to Toastmasters. And it's a great organization, man, because you have these, club meetings where you go in and they allow you to talk and everybody's cheering for you and celebrate because if you're not in the public speaking, man, that's like most people say, hey, they'd rather, die than actually get up and talk in front of people. So it was
Right.
just cool to have a supportive group, to help you as you, went on this journey. And it's now virtual. So a lot of people get to join in virtually since the pandemic hit last year.
Yeah, man, that Toastmaster stuff really is a big thing.
Yeah, it is.
Really helps you tune in your speaking and your speaking tone and the language that you use and your eye contact and how you move and your hand gestures and everything really and that because I went to them one time. I was watching how they did things and they
Mhm.
all like kind of like give each other criticism, but like, hey, you did this wrong, or you didn't do this, or
That's
you
right.
didn't. I was like, wow. And they have homework, and they got to come up with topics and talk about it and speak on it. I
That's
said,
right.
that's pretty. That's awesome, man. You really. And I got up there. I was like, I don't even know what I talked about. I was like, what did you? I think I had to introduce myself,
Yeah.
but I don't even remember I talked about it. But I was like, don't bother me because I spoke for me before.
That's right.
I had to do a speaking before, and it didn't really bother me, man. So I was like, I just didn't go back because my work schedule just didn't prohibit that at all. It prohibited from me
Yeah.
doing it. But yeah,
And that's a good thing about the club, like you say, man, it's supportive.
yeah,
They really want you to learn at your own pace. And, the way the clubs are now, there's different clubs, some have nights, some in the morning. So really, if your schedule permits, it's hard, but if your schedule permits, they have different clubs for different work schedules.
hmm
But I think it's one of the best alternatives if you're trying to go that route and trying to learn how to be a better speaker and how to present your topic and find that crowd. I think that's a great organization. So it's been wonderful for me.
yeah,
I have
yeah,
to say it's been worked wonders for me.
yeah. And then right now, you say it's all virtual, pretty much.
Yeah, it's doing a lot of them are virtual. Eventually we'll be hybrid because they got the vaccine out now. But
Yeah,
for now, you can go virtual. Club meetings are virtual. You have meetings you can go to anywhere in the world. That's the thing about it. Toastmasters is an international club. So, I was at a club in India, talking with people. So it's just a great time to get around because it's a great way to network and meet people all over the world. And it
yeah,
costs you absolutely nothing once you're a part of the group.
yeah. Very true, very true.
Mhm.
And I mean, you out there doing it, man. You're branding yourself, and that comes to our next topic. And I'm pretty sure you can give the audience or listeners, man, about especially in our community in the Atlanta area,
Right.
it's so vast now with celebrities and music and things of that nature. And what are your keys to branding yourself, in your opinion? And what you used?
For me, branding is about ownership.
Yeah,
Like I love coming up with a logo, but at the end of the day, I need to own it because that's the only way I can truly make money from that brand.
mhm,
So it's going to get more, as artists, it's great to be able to come up with logos, come up with slogans, but, we got to go the legal route and
yeah,
trademark that stuff, get it copywritten. So when it's comes to a place where we can make residual income from it, that's when, we own something. It's just like McDonald's. Nobody can just come up with another McDonald's.
Right.
They own that. So for me, my company, I have two trademarks. My company, One Vision Productions, and also I trademarked the term filmpreneur in the film industry. So those are things that, my business has been around for 16 years now, and we work a lot with corporate and government agencies. So just having that brand, it gives you, that look so that companies know who you are. They get, after a while, they can just see the symbol and kind of know. So I think just even in our industry, in the media production industry, there's so many different companies. And I think that brand recognition is a staple. When you're looking for new clients and they say, oh yeah, we've seen this company has been around for a while. We can talk to other people that know about it. It starts to stand on itself. And then as the owner, you're now kind of separated from the brand.
Mm.
So for me, that was the importance of branding, my company. And then as it related to film, it was important to have a brand in film that also could be something, the filmpreneur. And that's something we can talk about.
Yeah, it is. And you have a lot of people, entrepreneurs and influencers on social media and whatnot. And if we have those out listening that have no idea how to brand it, no idea. And what would be the first thing you would tell them to get them started? Like, what's the first thing for you to start off the easiest and I guess the most simplest way? What you need to do is this first thing.
You want to start a business or get branded, I would advise you contact this company called SCORE,
Okay.
SCORE, score.org. And SCORE is a resource partner through the Small Business Administration. And they help you start a business for free.
Mm-hmm.
They'll mentor you through the process. If you want to get your business plan together, if you're interested in branding your company, they'll work with you to give you the information where you need to go. And I think that's the simplest way, because here's a one-stop shop that will help you at that place when you may not have the finances to get everything going. And they can show you how to get started. So I would advise anybody starting a business to check out that organization, SCORE.
Yeah, definitely. And they kind of guide you through everything. Like you say, the business plan, grants if it's needed.
That's right.
Copyright, logos, anything that if you need a building or all the competition, I'm pretty sure they're gonna like, hey, this is
Market research, financing. So they help you with, there's so many different things you have to consider. And sometimes, when you start a business, you just think, oh, I have this great idea, but it's so many other things you have to consider. And going to this organization, they can help you look at all these different things in order to start that business and to get that brand going, and help save you a lot of money and a lot of wasted time.
Wow. Interesting. Hope you guys are listening. I'm telling you. The man what you talking about, man. That is very true. And there were like plenty of offices here in Atlanta. I know there's one downtown, like off Peachtree.
Oh yeah. There's one in Atlanta. Like you say, if you go to score.org, you can find you put in your zip code, you can find a mentor in your area. In the, let's say if you want to look for someone that specializes in franchising, if you want to start a mobile food truck, there are mentors that specialize in certain areas. And any of the mentors are qualified and certified to start you off with the basics of starting your business. But then as you get into specialties, there are mentors that can help you in that specialty.
Awesome.
And it's a great organization. And I know because I've been a mentor for 6 years. So, I've been able to help hundreds of thousands of entrepreneurs, and it's just a great experience just for me as an entrepreneur myself.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. Now, we spoke about you being a award-winning producer. Now, what did you produce, man? Did you, like Walking Dead or stuff? Like, what are you producing?
So this is how I look at the industry. There's the major film industry, and there's the independent film industry.
Yeah.
Most of my production started in the corporate. And I used to do music videos. Back in the day, I directed a music video called Swag Surfing, and that was my last stint with the music world.
Yeah.
But I got into the corporate government side of it, producing commercials, videos for government agencies. And, I'm also doing films, producing like short films and working on different sets. So there's a lot going on in the independent film industry outside of what Hollywood is doing, and even within Georgia, there's a lot of production companies and even, creating my own product. So for me, being a producer is wearing that hat, putting your money up, or getting the money to produce projects. So I'm at that place right now, but I haven't done anything like Walking Dead. I think the biggest film that I worked on was The Hate You Give. And which is funny is that I worked in the capacity as a coach. So in a former life, I played Division I basketball. And so I was hired by the producers of The Hate You Give to coach the main actresses, on how to look like basketball players. Because they were in the movie, they actually played basketball. So they had to have scenes where they were playing basketball. I had to create those scenes and coach them, working with the directors and producers of the film.
Oh wow, that's what's up, man.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Wow. Okay. So we hit on this topic earlier, and with public speaking and pandemic. So, and a lot of people probably have questions and wondering, like, hey, there's people out there who want to be public speakers, and now with the pandemic, they're like, oh man. And I guess we can get more dive into it real quick about, yes, you can still profit being public speaking. And would you agree?
Yeah, I agree totally.
Virtually and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah, sure can.
Yeah.
I mean, because the thing that most speakers had to realize is that even though we were no longer, traveling by plane or meeting at certain locations, what people are paying you for is your knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And not, and they may pay a little extra for your appearance, but the time, what people are buying is your time and your knowledge. I remember when we produced for this one company, we did a 24-hour turnaround for its major corporation called the Woodruff Art Center.
Mm-hmm.
And they did this big video, and we did a 24-hour turnaround. Now, I had to talk about that, but the thing that I remember they paid for was the experience for us to be able to do a 24-hour turnaround, because not every company could do that. So in public speaking, what you're giving to people is the knowledge you gained over the years. So even though you may go speak for an hour, 2 hours, it's all the knowledge that you're giving them from working in an industry for 5, 10 years, working with hundreds of clients that they're paying for. That's going to give everybody that's out there a shortcut to getting to where they're trying to go. So you just got to remember, when you're pitching yourself and you're pricing what you want to do, make sure that you're pricing it based on your knowledge and not just the time frame that you're going to be there.
Yeah, exactly. and now I interviewed several public speakers, and they're like, hey, you're not going to get paid in the beginning. You're going to have to do a whole lot of public speaking for free. A lot of people get the misconception that, hey, I'm a public speaker. They might get Toastmasters, and they might put up, YouTube videos and create their own video. And then when they finally get a gig, oh yeah,
that's right.
I'm going to get paid. Like, no.
Yeah. I mean, it happens to a few people. There's some rare ones that just come out the gate and they just get paid. But, generally I will advise any speaker to make sure you go practice, get out there and find events where you can talk, whether it's at your church with youth, at schools, anywhere that you can hone your message and just talking to people, and, take time to practice and find out how to present yourself, lighting, audio, all those things matter when you're doing presentations, because people can get easily distracted, and if you just they looking at you and you looking at them through a camera, it doesn't take much to get distracted from what you're talking about. So, I would say practice. And a lot of that practice is going to be on your dime. It's going to be free. And that's where you learn to hone your craft. So you're very right. Not everybody just comes out the gate making money. And if you find yourself doing a lot of free engagements, guess what? Now you got a resume.
There you go. That's what, hey, knowledge is power, baby.
That's right.
Knowledge is power. But hey, Forrest, man, we're coming into the show. But before we go, man, we're going to go down to the man cave and get a little bit deeper with our listeners. How does that sound?
That sounds good. Get on to the cave.
Get on to the cave. Let's go, bro. All right, guys, we in the man cave with Forrest Tuff. And Forrest, let's leave our listeners with a little tip, motivational saying, something you think they need to hear.
I'll tell y'all what, man, in this pandemic and this virtual time, I want y'all to remember one word, and that's win. W-I-N. There are 3 things you got to do to have success. Number 1, you have to welcome change. The world is different. In 2020, it changed, but you have to welcome that change to transform your mindset. Two, you have to invest in yourself. In order to get where you want to go, you have to put that money into you before anybody else will put it into you themselves. And lastly, never give up. Don't ever give up on your dreams. Don't listen to people telling you that you're not good at what you have to do. And when you do that in this virtual world, you can win. I'm going to leave you with that.
That's good stuff, man. You are a public speaker, sir. So we're going to go real quick to your site here, bro, and let people check you out and we can, guide through some things here. So people that's listening, we are on forresttuff.com website. And for this walk us through real quick and pick out some different tabs here you want me to click on.
So I'll tell you what, we'll go to the author. First one there, under entrepreneur. I'll show you a couple. So I'm a children's author. That's right here is a filmpreneur. Mm-hmm. That's the trademark where I actually work in the film industry. There are projects that I've seen, people that I've worked with, and you can go there and kind of see what we've done in the film industry. It's just great to kind of validate working with other people. This is now my resume. So a lot of these films, some of them were done for free when I first started out until it got to the point where now I was getting paid. And as you can see right there, I'm getting some knowledge. Mm-hmm. I didn't traditionally go to school, but I took certification classes to learn how to become better in this industry. So I would always advise anybody to, find out knowledge and go work. And then it got to the point where I was able to get hired by 20th Century Fox and get paid directly from a major corporation. So for me, that was it. That's a learning lesson. Oh, so wow. This is the filmpreneur right here.
Georgia Production Partnership, GPP. Yeah.
That's one of the major organizations about film, here to learn what's going on. So I became a member. I wanted to know what was happening. So you have to immerse yourself when you're trying to learn and get with people that work in this business, and get with the ones that are doing something. Because if you're trying to go somewhere, make sure you're working with people that's trying to go somewhere.
Wow, man. That is good, man. You like the next Tyler Perry. I'm telling you.
That'd be great. I love to have what Tyler Perry's making right now.
There you go.
Yeah. And I think since we talked about speaker, let's take a look at the speaker one real fast.
Okay.
This just give you an idea, learning how to do virtual presentations, standing up, sitting down, write-ups, the marketing and branding of your company. A lot of what I did was in major organizations. This is the National Speakers Association. That's an organization that focuses on public speaking. And if you scroll down a little bit, you can kind of see different dates that I have, things coming down. Those are some snippets I have of how I speak. And you see headshots. This is for people that's booking me. And these are events like I've spoken the past couple of years, like you say. Wow. So just trying to stay busy, and not every particular situation is paid. A majority of them are paid. Yeah. But you also have to utilize podcasts, which I think are great, in between to keep your message out there. Stay sharp. Share the information. So.
Yeah. And here's your book here.
That's it. Coming soon. Live to Make an Impact. So that's a book that I'm currently working on to be released in 2022.
Okay. And when when our listeners here go to your site, they'll be able to order directly from here?
Yes.
Okay. Cool, bro. So we're going to go to one last thing here. So hope you guys do is contact Forrest right here. I mean, easy and simple. Name, contact, organization. Fill it all out. Submit. He's on all the social media: Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter. Look at that. Divine. What was that? Vimeo?
Okay. Yeah, Vimeo and YouTube. That's like places where you post videos.
Yeah. I was about to say Divine. Divine. That's old. That's an old app.
Divine. Yeah. Do it for the Vine.
Do it for the Vine. Hey, man, that is awesome, man. Yeah, thank you so much, Forrest, come on the show, bro. Thank you so much. You got a lot going on, man. And I really appreciate you, man. I'm pretty sure the people that you help and the things that you're doing and the public speaking, man, you're a great, great, great inspiration.
Reginald, I appreciate you having me on, and thanks for giving me this opportunity on your platform.
You're very welcome, man. Very welcome. Thank you. All right, guys, that was Forrest Tuff. Episode 96, Brand Awareness. I'm your host, Reginald J. Dillard. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, and you can email me directly at reginald@manofgreatness.com and visit my website, manofgreatness.com. If you want to be on my show and you feel you qualify to be on Man of Greatness, please send me an email. I will look over you, see if you qualify and that you fit the parameters that I demand. I will email you back, and you'll be live, just like what Forrest was, live on all three platforms. And that's it. So until next time, guys, always remember, you are the author of your legacy. See you guys later. Bye.